Welcome to Periyar Screen. Today we are gonna see about Pune Pact and Periyar. Pune Pact period is one of a very important period in the history of India and in the history of caste annihilation. Leaders like Ambedkar and Irattai Srinivasan were struggled for the fundamental rights of Dalits such as dual voting and separate electorate. In this struggle, Periyar and his self-respect movement's comrades, Justice Party's comrades who implemented the Periyar's political agenda were stood shoulder to shoulder with Ambedkar for the Dalits' rights. In particular, Sir A.T. Pannirselvam, Poppili Samindar Ramakrishna Ranga Rao, Sir A. Ramaswamy participated and supported Ambedkar in the London Roundtable Conference 1931. From that time onwards, when Ambedkar raised his voice in Roundtable Conference, even after the 10 years of Pune Pact, Periyar continuously addressed the public gatherings and wrote supporting the dual vote and separate electorate. But other than the information that Periyar sent telegram to the Ambedkar, nothing was in the light of history. Simon Commission's report was the base for the demand of dual vote and separate electorate. When the Simon Commission came to India, everyone opposed it and said go back Simon. But at that time, Periyar welcomed Simon Commission for the welfare of scheduled caste and women's rights. More than 50% of Indian representatives who attended the Roundtable Conference were Brahmins. From the day this list was released, Periyar began to oppose. Mahatma Gandhi declared that those who are representing Dalits were not concerned about Dalits and said they are rebels. Immediately after knowing the news that Ambedkar was going to represent Dalits in the Roundtable Conference, Mahatma Gandhi insisted some of the Dalit movement's leaders to send telegram to England mentioning that Ambedkar is not our representative and Gandhi is our representative. In Chennai, Dalit students were organized public gathering to address dual voting and separate electorate. When Ponnambalam from Self-Respect Movement addressed the event was collapsed by Parpan students who were shouted Jai Gandhi and shame to Ambedkar. The entire Indian media wrote the headline that Ambedkar's demand was a big fault and he was a communalist and anti-national. When Ambedkar came back to Mumbai after attending the Roundtable Conference, he was summoned for the unlawful gathering case. MC Raja, who attended the Roundtable Conference from Tamil Nadu, supported the dual voting and separate electorate in London. After returning to India, he opposed dual voting because of the influence of Congress and Hindu Mahasabha. He organized several conferences against Ambedkar in Mumbai itself. Periyar countered the Congress and Hindu Mahasabha for opposing dual vote, and even he countered MC Raja and Swami Sahajananda. On 13th December 1931, Periyar started his journey to Europe. Till that day, he countered Gandhiji and the Hindu Mahasabha. He supported Ambedkar and dual voting through his writing, which was reported in Kudiyarasu Journal. When Gandhi announced he was going for a hunger strike, Periyar from Europe sent a telegram to Ambedkar and returned the headline in Kudiyarasu quoting that if at all the separate reserved constituency will be allotted in general election, only the people who get support of the majority upper caste and those who give up the untouchables' rights and support dominance of the upper caste only will be elected. In fact, even if Mr. Gandhi dies, worrying of that withdrawing separate electorates for untouchables, then we are sure that it's like sacrificing 7 crore people's lives to save one man. Kudiyarasu dated 18 September 1932. As far as we know, in that time, no other organization in India extended continuous support to dual vote and Ambedkar like Periyar.